Hello, hello, hello. This is KZLC 95.5 FMLP. My name is Dal Brown with my main man, Lane Frost. How you doing today, Lane?
I'm good. How you doing, Daryl?
I'm doing wonderful. Now, this is the advanced sports reporting class here at LC, and it's gonna be a very, very exciting day. We're gonna talk a little LC, and then we're gonna go on to a little bit of college, and the rest is gonna be high school ball. So last weekend, Louisiana College football did the unthinkable. They upset the number 14 team in the country in Langston University by a touchdown. The game-winning touchdown happened with 54 seconds left. Sal Palmero III got into shotgun, hit a slant to Glenn White, freshman by the way, and sealed the game. The defense actually sealed the game with, for a QB hurry, and they forced the QB to throw the ball out of bounds. But other than that, it's the first time LC has beaten a ranked opponent since 2010. So Lane, what were your thoughts going into the LC game and the aftermath of it all?
Based on whenever LC plays ranked teams, I thought it'd just be another blowout as usual. But LC surprised not only me but Langston University, being the number 14 team, and that's pretty big for LC to beat a ranked team and probably a higher ranked team at number 14. So that's a good win for LC.
In 2010, they beat the number 7 team in Hardin Simmons. But even with that lone loss, Langston only dropped 4 spots. So honestly, it's a good look for LC. They have 2 games remaining, and they're going against 1-win teams. But like we saw last year when they played in that fifth game last season against a 1-win team, it didn't really end well. So hopefully they can end the season on a great note. Now, talking about winning, Louisiana College women's soccer has finished the regular season as the regular season champs, first time in school history, and they were able to secure the number 1 seed. They don't play this week, they play next week in Texarkana and are automatically placed into the semifinals. So Lane, what are your thoughts on this historic season for women's soccer?
It's exciting for the ladies already in the postseason, and you say going already in the semifinals, so it's pretty exciting for them to have not win barely any games these past few years, and now winning the most games they've ever won, more than they've won in the program history. It's pretty exciting.
I'm happy that they were able to finish 14-1-1. The lone loss being to D1 Lamar, and it says a lot about the program overall that they were able to overcome such adversity. And here's the kicker: we finished with a better record than Lamar. Lamar finished 10-7-2 with a 6-2-2 conference record. So it feels real good that they were able to overcome that one loss and then go on two different win streaks this year. Okay, so enough about LC. Let's get into a little bit of college ball. I just want to talk about some local, maybe 1 or 2 local teams that are in the FCS top 25. the best team in the state. Yes, I did say that. I'm sorry to say that, Gremlin. I love y'all, but I have to say it. Southeastern is number 6 in the FCS rankings right now. Unfortunately, Nichols isn't there, but it happens. But Lindsey Scott is one of the top rushers. Even though he's a QB, he's one of the top rushers in the FCS. Now, Cole Kelly for Southeastern is the second best quarterback in the nation with 2,987 yards, 28 pass touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. That says a lot. Consider that says a lot about Southeastern and their program. Southeastern is always a team that puts up great numbers and a lot of wins. Now, as for the top 25 of the FBS, you got Georgia at 1, Cincinnati at 2, Alabama at 3, Oklahoma at 4, Michigan State at 5, Ohio State at 6, Oregon 7, Notre Dame at 8, Michigan 9, and Wake Forest at 10. What are your thoughts on that top 10?
Well, that's actually not the top 10 anymore as of Tuesday, because Tuesday was the first college football playoff rankings. So let me pull up the top 10 for that.
Yeah, the college football playoff rankings and the top 25 rankings will always be different. But remember, the top 25 is among, I think, media and coaches, and then the college football playoff is amongst, I think, a 13-person committee.
Very surprising. The top 6 is Georgia 1, Alabama 2, Michigan State at 3, Oregon is at 4, Ohio State's at 5, Cincinnati's at 6, and Michigan is 7, Oklahoma is 8, 9 is Wake Forest, and 10 is Notre Dame.
We'll see, because you can have...
Yeah, but that's the only ranking that matters now, because the AP poll does not matter going forward in the season. Because that's what they go based on for the playoff. That's all that matters now is the rankings, not the AP poll.
Well, it's a shame that they don't go off of the AP poll. Well, somewhat, but not really. But just because you got to think about it, when it comes to Saturday, and you see that ranking, it's not going to be their college football playoff ranking. It's going to be their AP poll ranking. And honestly, I somewhat like the college football ranking, because you have Georgia and Alabama at 1 and 2. I don't like Michigan State at 3 because they haven't played anybody. Same thing with Oregon. They've beat Ohio State, but Ohio State is a pretty young team. Then
I think they've disrespected Cincinnati here, because even though Cincinnati, their only big win is over Notre Dame, that shouldn't put them behind Ohio State, who has a loss versus Oregon, and Oregon has a loss versus Stanford. I see Michigan State being a number 3. That's a good for me, because they beat Michigan last week, being down 30-14. But and Wake Forest rocking in the ACC, they're at number 9. But if Wake Forest has a Clemson logo, they're at number 2.
Well, Wake Forest has played a light schedule. They've played Old Dominion, Norfolk State, Florida State, Virginia, Louisville, Syracuse, Army, Duke. Like, they've played some... Now, they've played teams that used to be in the top 25. I don't know if at the time the teams were in the top 25 when they played, but They've played teams who used to be in the top 25, and it's all about what have you done for me lately. So, honestly, when it comes to strength of schedule, I don't know. I don't think they deserve to be in that top spot. They're undefeated, and they deserve that just because they're undefeated. But
oh, I understand that. I'm not arguing that they're. I believe they're at the right spot at number 9, but I'm just not understanding why they're doing the same thing Clemson has done. Because Clemson's in the ACC also, and they always have the same schedule, playing the crappy teams that Wake Forest has been playing this year. And then Clemson is in the top 4. But then Wake Forest is the same thing, they're at number 9. But I'm not saying Wake Forest deserves to be in the top 4. I think Cincinnati deserves to be in the top 4. But it's all going to shake out. Cincinnati has really does not hold their own destiny, because they can win out, but they still need a lot of stuff to happen. Ohio State needs to either lose to Michigan or Michigan State. Michigan State needs to lose a game. Oregon probably needs to lose a game for them to get in. But also they got to watch out for Oklahoma and Michigan. If Michigan loses another game, they're not making it. Oklahoma, they still play 2 hard teams in Baylor. Baylor's number 12, and Oklahoma State is at number 11. So them 2 teams still play Oklahoma. So Oklahoma still has a chance to lose at least one game. I don't think Notre Dame makes it to the top 4, even if they went out. They just don't have the games in front of them to prove. Wake Forest, same thing. Strength of schedule is not there for them, even if they do win the ACC, which that'd be, right now, if they played the ACC championship, they would play Pitt, which is number 25. So I don't see them moving up, even if they do win out. But it's an interesting time in the college football right now, because we don't see the same teams over and over again. We still see Bama and Ohio State, but Georgia, this is probably, even if Georgia loses one game, they're still making the college football playoff, and that'd be their second time to be in the playoffs. But Bama has been in it every year but once. Ohio State is in Oklahoma. They're familiar teams for the playoff, but I'm proud to see. I mean, Oregon and Michigan State have made it also, but I'm proud to see that we're not seeing the same teams in Clemson, Bama, Ohio State, and Oklahoma making it every year. So it's a little shake-up.
yeah, it's a very big shakeup. But you know, Clemson hid behind their top-rated QBs, and DJ is not a top-rated QB. He was a 5-star QB coming out, but as you can see, he's trash. So it honestly is what it is. People are going to vote for who they want to vote for. It's just like an election. You vote for who you like. And unfortunately, there are some teams who aren't going to, get what they deserve, like the Boise State of old. They haven't even been in a title game yet. It's not their fault. Even if you go win 30 or 40 straight games, they're not gonna care. The committee's not gonna care. You can go undefeated for 5 years straight as a group of 5 school, and they're not going to care. They're not going to care. You can be right at number 5, and the playoffs going to be the top 4 teams. You can have a 60-0 record, and you be at number 5, and it will keep you out just because you're a group of 5 team. No matter what, you can have the #1 recruiting class in the entire nation as a group of 5 school, and it will still leave you out. It's about who they like more. Nobody wants a group of 5 to compete for a national title. And unfortunately, in my mind and in the voters' minds, Cincinnati and Wake Forest are essentially a group of 5. ACC is only a Power 5 when it comes to basketball, just to be honest. So, we'll see down the line and down the season what.
We still got a lot of games to go. We're just starting November, which is always the best games of the season. So, it's going to be crazy to watch, and it's going to be fun.
I completely agree. Now, let's talk about the most important thing: high school sports. Now, we're gonna break down the schedule, and then we're gonna talk some playoff implications really quick. So, we're gonna do some quick picks, and then we're gonna go into the playoff implications if the season were to end today. So tonight, senior night at Ash versus West Washita. Who you got?
Ash.
I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen West Washita play, but if you get beat by Pineville, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go Ash. They have a lot to prove. Grant at Buckeye.
Grant.
I go Grant. Montgomery at Logansport.
All the way. Logansport.
I'll go Logansport. Montgomery has been slipping. LaSalle at St. Mary's.
St. Mary's.
I'll go LaSalle. Red River at Avols.
Avols.
I go Avols. Peabody at Bolton.
Peabody.
The battle of the beatens. I don't know if Bolton. I don't know. Yeah, it is the battle of the beatens. When I say battle of the beatens, neither Peabody or Bolton has won the game this season. So it's gonna be. It's gonna be. I say Peabody.
Where's it at?
At Bolton.
Oh, that was gonna be a plus side to it. If it was at Peabody, at least we could have a good halftime show.
Well, Peabody's band is gonna travel either way it goes, but Bolton's band is trash. Now see, Peabody has the benefit of having the best back in the entire state, and that's Arthur Lavalley's 1,853 yards, 8 yards per carry, 19 touchdowns. The second is St. Martin's Harlem Berry with 1,807, 12.6 yards per carry, 25 touchdowns. Third best is London Williams at Manny, 1,742, 10.4, 29 touchdowns. Yes, he is. Then you have Trey Holly, Union Parish, 1,634, 8.5, 19 touchdowns. Now, the man who has the most touchdowns on this list as of right now is Grant Doucette out of Rose Pine. So it's gonna be a very interesting game. I'm going Peabody. All right, Tioga at DeRidder.
I'm going Tioga.
I'm gonna have to go DeRidder. I'm gonna have to. Tioga's had a down year. I'm sorry, but they've had a down year. Manny at Lakeview.
Manny.
You already know. Let's go Manny. Caldwell Parish at Marksville.
Caldwell.
This is a must-win for Marksville. A literal must-win. But I'm going to go Caldwell. Bunkie at Menard.
Bunkie.
I'm going to go Menard because I need Menard to win. This is a revenge game. Bunkie beat Menard 10-9 at their homecoming. So this is really a must-win. This is a must-win game for Menard. They have to win this game. They have to. Not for me, but for themselves. Benton at Natchitoches Central.
They're 7-2.
Natchitoches Central has lost their last two.
Are they? Are they 7-2?
Not since Natchitoches Central went undefeated. Went on their undefeated streak and they lost. They just, I don't know. I'm going Natchitoches Central though. Block at Northwood.
Oh Lord. Oh man, that's worse than Peabody Bolton. Northwood.
I'm going Northwood because Northwood's been on a tear. They're, I think, at 4 or 5 wins this season. So that's very good. Oakdale at Pickering.
Pickering.
I'll go Pickering. No, I'll go Oakdale. Ouachita at Pineville.
Ouachita.
That's the correct answer. Ouachita. DeQuincy at Rose Pine.
Rose Pine.
I'm going Rose Pine. Gina at Winfield.
Gina.
I go Gina. Now, let's go with these with the playoff scenarios right here, right now. All right, we're gonna go from 1A all the way down to Division 5. All right, the only people in 1A: Northwood Lena 16 at Centerville. Winner plays Logansport. Who you got?
Northwood, I guess.
All right, Manny West St. Mary.
Manny's going all the way again and winning Class 2A again.
I hope they do. Rose Pine Rayville. Number 9 Rose Pine.
Rose Pine.
Number 8 Mangum versus number 25 Oakdale.
Mangum.
Number 12 Winfield and 21 DeQuincy.
Winfield.
You probably don't know these teams, but it's number 13 St. Helena versus number 20 Capital. I put in some Baton Rouge teams just to mix it up a little bit.
St. Helena.
Number 3 Bulls versus 30 Bunkie.
Is this still Class 2A?
I go Bulls. No, yes, this is still Class 2A.
I think a Bulls. I changed my pick. I think a Bulls will go all the way and upset Manny down the road.
Really now? You want to bet a pizza on that?
Let's bet a pizza.
All right, y'all heard it here, and Mr. Al, if you listen and you heard that too. So if a Bulls gets if they get knocked out, you owe me a pizza.
Knocked out at any round, I'll get you a pizza.
All right. Good. All right. Number 11 Port Allen and number 22 Northeast.
Port Allen.
Number 10 Red River, 23 Kentwood.
Red River.
All right. Now we're going to Class 3A. Number 16 Jules Sumner versus 17 Grant.
Grant.
Grant with the upset, huh? Okay. Number 9 Gina, 24 North Webster.
Gina.
7 Union Parish, 26 Kenner Discovery.
Union Parish.
10 Madison Prep, 23 Mansfield.
Madison Prep.
Alright, this last one gonna hurt you. Number 2 St. James versus 31 Marksville.
St. James.
That's why I say this is a must-win for Marksville. Because if they don't win, if they don't win, they're either gonna drop to 32 or they're gonna drop out. All right. Some of these are. It's a mix between Baton Rouge teams and Cenla teams. Bell Chase number 12 Bell Chase versus number 21 Estrella.
Bell Chase.
Number 13 Bel Air versus number 20 DeRitter.
I hadn't seen how DeRitter played, but as of right now, Bel Air.
Okay. Northwood Shreve versus 29 Tioga.
Tioga.
Oh, so you got number 29 upsetting number 4 Northwood Shreve?
Yes, because I'm hearing that even if we lose tomorrow, win or lose, we'll go up in the rankings just because of our schedule.
You can't bet on rumors. You know what they say.
Oh, I know. But I'm not saying it's a definite win. I'm just never going to bet against Tioga.
Okay. I'm going to get you on that one. Leesville versus Rain. Number 14 Leesville, 19 Rain.
That's going to be a pretty good game. Tioga played Rain last year in the playoffs. Rain's not that bad. But Leesville.
Okay, now we're going into 5A, the one that you've been waiting for. Natchitoches Central versus Benton. Number 16 Natchitoches, number 17 Benton.
So they played this week and they could play in the playoffs? Wow. I'll just go with the same team I picked. Natchitoches Central.
Number 9 Ouachita Parish versus 24 Denham Springs.
Ouachita Parish.
Number 24 Ruston, number 29 Slidell.
Ruston.
Number 10 Woodlawn Baton Rouge versus 23 Sulphur.
Sulphur.
And here's the best game of the entire playoffs. The entire playoffs, and this is not an understatement. Number 15 West Monroe versus 18 Ash.
Whoa. I'm pretty sure it's going to change by next week, but West Monroe.
Okay. Now we go on to Division 1. St. Aug versus Holy Cross.
St. Aug.
John Curtis versus my alumni.
John Curtis.
Scotlandville versus Brother Martin.
Scotlandville.
I don't know. Parkview Baptist and Evangel.
Evangel.
St. Thomas More, St. Louis Catholic.
St. Thomas More.
First year program, Liberty, who is up for a district championship tomorrow night versus Bel Air. First year program versus a program who is just now gotten things off of their feet. So number 6 Liberty versus De La Salle.
Liberty.
All right, now we're going to Division 3. Newman, North Lake Christian.
Newman.
Dunham, Menard.
Dunham.
All right, now we're going into Division 5, which is the last part. Well, Division 4. All right, St. Mary's, Country Day.
St. Mary's.
All right, last game. Southern Lab, Ascension Catholic.
Southern Lab.
All right, now we're gonna go into some quick NFL quick picks. All right, who you got tonight? Jets and Colts.
Colts. Colts started off rocky because of Carson Wentz getting hurt. Now they're getting it back on track. They're getting their run game going with Marlon Mack, Naeem Hines, and Jonathan Taylor. And Carson Wentz is doing way better than he started out. And the Jets are, Mike White might have them turned around. But took down the Bengals last week. But I'll pick the Colts.
I'll go Colts just because it's the Jets and, you know, yeah, just like many. All right, the best game on the entire NFL schedule. Falcons at Saints.
Saints.
Saints by a long shot.
You saw that Michael Thomas is not coming back this year?
Yeah, he's out, but that's his own fault. Broncos at Cowgirls.
Cowboys, Dak Prescott. On a roll.
Well, we don't know if he's healthy. I say I'll go Dallas because Broncos just lost Von Miller. So, all right, Pats at Panthers.
Always go for the Patriots. Not just saying that just because I'm a fan, but I think they have a chance to beat the Panthers. Looks like Christian McCaffrey might come back this week. That'll help my fantasy team, but might hurt the Patriots this week. But still go with the Patriots.
I'll go Pats. Vikings at Ravens.
Ravens. I think it's going to be a closer game than people think. But Ravens.
I say Ravens. Browns at Bengals.
Bengals.
I say Bengals. Bills, Jaguars.
Bills.
I go Bills. Texans, Dolphins.
Oh my gosh. Dolphins.
I'll go Dolphins. Raiders, Giants.
Raiders.
I'll go Giants because of everything that's been going on this week. The last month with the Raiders, they've been under such scrutiny with everything. Moving on, you got Chargers at Eagles.
Chargers. Chargers they lost last week to the Patriots, which was very surprising, even though I'm a Patriots fan. It's very surprising. I hope it's because I do like the Chargers. I hope it's that the Patriots are getting better and not that the Chargers are starting to flop. Because I am a Patriots fan, but I do like the Chargers. I like Justin Herbert. I think he's going to be a number one quarterback within 10 years. But I just hope it's not them slacking. I just hope it was that the Patriots are getting better.
I feel like it's the Pats getting better. They're at 500 right now, so they can go on the streak. Packers at Chiefs. And before you even make your pick, Aaron Rodgers is out. So this record is Aaron Rodgers' record. It's not Jordan Love.
Yeah, we got Jordan Love playing. I do not like either of these teams at all. Not a Chiefs or Packers fan. I just love to see that Patrick Mahomes is losing. Even though I do like Patrick Mahomes, it's just funny to watch how, because I've been saying for years, it's people's going to figure out their offense and they're going to stop it, and it's showing it now. Because they do the same thing every week. They don't change up. But I'll pick Packers. Because they're getting Devontae Adams back.
I picked Chiefs because they're the Chiefs, and Jordan Love, this is going to be his first career start. He has not had any regular season action since the Saints game. And that was week 1. So I'm not giving him no love. Cardinals at 49ers. I say Cardinals. Titans at Rams, and hopefully AP's playing.
AP will be playing. Von Miller will be playing for the Rams. I hope it's a close game. But I'll pick the Rams. And
Monday night, the worst game ever on a Monday night. The worst game ever. Bears at Steelers. Ugh. In the past, it would have been a good game. Like, this is only a good game if we're back in the early 2000s if this was the 70s to 90s, this would be a prime time game.
Yeah, Super Bowl at 2005 when they played.
I'm only saying it for the sake of the Bears. Like, it's the Bears. The Bears are like the laughing stock of the league.
But 2021, they are just not good at all.
Well, they're 4-3, so they still have a chance to, to do great. Like, if the Steelers are playing, it'll always be a good game. Because when have you really seen a Steelers blowout? Honestly, that defense will probably ever lose by at least 14 to 10 points, and that's only if it gets bad. So I'm going Steelers. This is an easy game. Justin Fields is trash.
Yeah, I'll go Steelers. I hope Najee Harris just goes off this game.
I need Najee Harris to. I need him to put up 300 yards. All right. That's it for today. It has been a great time talking with everybody. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. And don't forget, Louisiana College has officially changed its name. We are now Louisiana Christian University. So we will see you later.